Hey there, it's Mike Klianowitz coming to you from Cummings and Company Realtors in Perry Hall, my home office where I work. And just wanted to talk to you today about if you're in a situation where you have to sell your house and you're going to be downsizing into a smaller home. Um, or are you going to a 55 plus community? Are you going to a condo instead of a smaller home? Or are you considering going to a retirement community? um, like Oakcrest or something like that. I just want you to be aware if you're going to a retirement community that those retirement communities have a lot of different relationships with agents in their preferred network of realtors. And I just want you to know how it works. They typically want you when you're moving in to sell your house fast, which means they don't want to give you a lot of time to keep it on the market because they want to get paid and they want your money. So they try to get these agents to, price your home to sell the home, but let's just call it what it is. We price it fast for a quick sale, or AKA we underprice the house so it sells fast. So, just keep that in mind when they say you need to work with one of our preferred agents. I also want you to be aware that when you work with the preferred agent at a retirement community, sometimes they have what's called a referral fee, where they actually charge the agent part of the commission to get the transaction to be able to work with that person, which means let's just call it, let's say 25%. So if the agent's going to have to pay them 25% of the commission, well, what is the agent going to do? The agent's going to pass that cost along to you as a consumer and then start charging you 5% to sell your house. They're going to charge you 6% or 7% to sell your house to make up the difference of the referral fee they have to pay. Because remember, there's only so many preferred agents in this little network that they have, and they want you to use them, and then they'll turn around and give you a little $1,000 bonus or something like that for a moving expenses or whatever they want to call it. But remember, they want to underprice the house so it sells fast, so they get paid and you can move in. That's all they are worried about is you moving in and your move-in date. And they work together. They send out their people from the retirement community, send them into into your house to look at it and see where it should be priced and all this. And they send the agent out there, and that agent and that person that works at the retirement community, they talk to each other. They do. So just keep that in mind. And you don't have to use a preferred agent. You can use any agent you want, and you should compare apples to apples and oranges to oranges when moving into one of these places, because you may very well find an agent who's willing to sell it for 5% instead of them charging 6%, and that could be a difference of much more than what they're going to be willing to give you back too. So just keep that in mind. But the first thing to figure out is, do you have to sell your house first, or do you have to buy a house first? Like, what do you want to do here? So, are you going to go find something first? If you can do that, great. It takes the stress out of getting your house ready while you're still living in it and being inconvenienced with all the showings and the people and the agents coming to your house and you having to leave and turn the lights on and worry about people in your house and leave the heat on and leave the air on in the summertime and and so forth. So if you can move first, that's ideal to get out of the house. A lot of times when you're downsizing, you have a lot of stuff. So I like to talk about staging here. A lot of agents try to say you need a home stager. You really don't need a home stager. You need to know the two basic rules of staging, and that is less is more. So the less stuff you have out, the bigger the house feels, and depersonalize or declutter. So you want to put away all your personal photographs. You want to put away all your personal artifacts. You don't want people coming into the house saying, who are these people? Why are they selling? Where do they have to go? What's going on? You want them to say, oh, we could put our table over there, or wouldn't our couch fit nice over there? Or look at what we could do with this bedroom. Focus on the house, not your stuff. That's the key to staging. Now, when you do decide you have to sell your property, if you buy one first and then you put it on the market, you have to decide, we've been here a while, probably, and we need to make a decision. Should we upgrade the house, to where we need to be in terms of what the new things are, like granite counters or quartz counters, and upgrade the bathrooms and upgrade the kitchen and upgrade the flooring and upgrade the paint? Well, your agent should be able to walk through that house with you and give you two prices. They should be able to give you a price on, if we list the house in the condition that it is right now, well, then this is what we should list it for. And if you do all these improvements, then this is what we should list it for. And then you can kind of figure out, well, how much is it going to cost for all those improvements? And then how much more am I going to get from my house? And is it worth it to go through the headache of doing the improvements or not? And then you make the decision and say, okay, we want to improve the house and then sell it because we know we're going to get top dollar that way. And we're probably going to sell it quicker that way. So you just have to figure out, what's the best case scenario for you and for your personal situation, and figure that out. And if you don't have money to do the repairs, I want you to understand that that's okay. I actually have partnerships with different companies and contractors that will come into your house. They will fully renovate your house however you want it fixed, and make sure the equity's there to be able to cover it. And then they will put a lien on your house that'll be paid when your house sells. So that way you don't have to put any money out of your own pocket in order to have all the repairs and renovations and stuff done. So you can still benefit from getting top dollar for your house that way. A lot of people are apprehensive about putting out all this money that they might not, that they might need for something else. So just think about that, and do you want to maximize your profit or do you want to not? So, and then obviously when you buy, you want to consider things like, we're going to be living in a smaller space. We're not going to need as much stuff. And you want to think of things like 55 plus communities or condos, where everything's taken care of for you. They cut the grass, they do the landscaping, they shovel the walkway, they do everything, and all you're responsible for is from your drywall in is what your insurance policy needs to cover. Sometimes you don't, well, you usually don't need to cover the roof. Sometimes you don't need to cover the windows or doors or any of that stuff. It should all be covered. And obviously, the interior common areas are covered by insurance for the master insurance policy for the condo. So, just some stuff to think about if you're downsizing and you're selling. And obviously, if you need an agent, I'm here to help you. I've sold over 1,000 homes right in your local market area where you're seeing this. And if you're seeing this somewhere else on YouTube in another state, I can help you find a great agent for you too, wherever you're located, and interview them and take care of all that for you. So just give me a call on my cell, 410-236-3331. You can call me or text me whenever you're ready. Take care and have a great day.